Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show, giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense, and hey, just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Tuesday, November 1st. Yay! We only got 2 more months to the end of the year. Holy cow. Hey, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me there as well. And if you'd like to connect, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email connections, and my text message information as well. That's contactlarry.com. Just a reminder, of course, if you're watching online, hit that like button and hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And you can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify. So please go there and subscribe as well. You can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. And if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please do that to make sure you can always see the show. If you like the Money Chat Now page, you can still view the show when I'm in Facebook jail, because it's the only place I can transmit. All right, speaking of Facebook jail, so yesterday we put Ken Gold in Money Chat Now jail, and I released him. He doesn't even know it yet, but I released him. I don't know if he's watching. I think he got mad at me. He was slamming me all over the place, sending me instant messages and slamming me, but I put him back in. I let him go. If he wants to go, he can certainly comment as long as he's civil. All right, real quick, I want to say hello to a couple of people online. So who we got online? We got Glenn and TJ and Mike and Justin and James. Oh, look, Ken's there. He actually knows he's there. Good morning, Ken. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate you. All right. Also, whatever. We have a bunch of other people saying hi. Okay. So there you go, Ken. See, I told you I wasn't as bad as as people like Zuckerberg. Man. All right. Today we're going to be talking about the market recap. We're going to be talking about Trump's tax returns. We're going to be talking about race being racist and home builders and mortgages. And let's get started and see what goes on. By the way, Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com. There you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Hey, you guys know how to share the program? Hey, at least Ken, can you at least share the program now that you're back on? Underneath the video is a share button. Just press the share button and choose from Share Now from the drop-down button. And so a whole bunch of people shared it. Betsy and Barbara and Peter shared it yesterday. And I can't remember, somebody else shared it too. My apologies, I can't remember who it was. But I know you guys, thank you so much for sharing it. I always appreciate you guys. All right, yesterday was kind of average with the Dow closing down about 129 points. However, markets made a huge comeback in October. The Dow guided those gains, soaring 13.95% for the month. The index had its best month since 1976 as investors bet more on traditional companies, you know, like banks, and they basically led the next. They basically will lead the next bull market. The S&P and Nasdaq gained about 8% and 3.9% respectively in October, and now is the time for the market to pause, in my opinion. However, markets often rally during earnings seasons, except for tech. This was a great earnings season, except tech just didn't do it, right? All right, coming up this week, we got earnings season continues with reports from Uber. By the way, the Uber report was already out. I took a look at it, and they did okay. They didn't do perfect, but the stock's actually up. Pfizer and Advanced Micro Devices. Investors are also looking ahead to October jobs data that are due out on Friday. Then, of course, coming up mid-month is the next CPI report and then the next Fed rate increase. All of this will weigh on investors and drag the market down. It's going to be rough. All right. What's his name? Jason Ray, founder of Zenith Wealth Partners, said yesterday, we're pretty confident that the market participants seem to be pricing in a 75 basis point increase. He's probably correct. However, Wall Street will go nuts if it's lower, and I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards thinking it might be, because it really should be lower. Investors should also be watching for economic releases today, including job openings data and construction spending for September. The Fed meeting will kick off today, and the 12 angry men will be sitting in a room deciding the fate of the rest of America and, frankly, most of the world. Will it be a 75-point basis increase? I don't know, but if it is, expect mortgage rates to hit 9+ shortly. Going to be a rough ride for home buyers. Of course, next week is the biggest event of all, and that is the midterm elections. If the Republicans get in and take control of the House and Senate, the market will rock. The money managers will send a clear message to Biden and his cronies that his leadership, or say non-leadership of this country, is no longer acceptable. The red wave will also end the January 6th nonsense and let Congress start to do their jobs for a change. You know, like fending off border crashers, illegal aliens, fentanyl, and crime. And maybe we will even get our kids to learn reading and writing instead of being taught that daddy has a vagina. But anyway, getting back to the stock market, Wynn Resorts was the big winner yesterday, and it pulled up the cruise lines and airline stocks. The market is starting to realize that people are still traveling and life is still good. They just can't afford to buy houses anymore. Also, the energy companies continue to kick butt. Oil and gas giant BP had reported stronger than expected third quarter profits, supported by high commodity prices and robust gas marketing trading. The gas companies are laughing at Biden right now. By the way, I wonder if the big guy is still getting paid to launder money through them, with the help of the crack addict. Of course, the idiot in charge actually threatened big oil companies with tax increases if they don't work together to lower gas prices. Ugh. Biden continues to blame and criticize oil companies that have made record high profits. Seriously? When is this guy going to get off his high horse? Or just his high, for that matter? Biden is actually using a threat of higher taxes on oil companies as a way to gain favor with voters next week's midterm elections. First of all, dumbass, the oil prices would be lower if you would stop making it difficult for them to drill here. And second, if you raise their taxes, who do you think pays for that? Here's a hint: the consumer. That's what business is. You take your expenses, including taxes, you add some money to that, charge the consumer a higher rate, and that's called profit. Biden's like a 3-year-old who thinks you can just yell and get what you want. Biden, you are the reason for high gas prices, not Putin, not the war that you perpetuated by sending one side weapons and money. It's you and your dumbass policies that are causing high gas prices. Of course, Biden's other solution to higher gas prices was to steal from our reserves, leaving us without any oil for a real emergency. No, not the emergency of his approval ratings are low. Well, anyway, it looked like the futures were up this morning, so let's take a look and see what the market is telling us right now. Wow, the market seems to be doing really well. The futures are up 222, the S&P is up 36, and the NASDAQ is up 137. All right, very cool. All right, I got to get to the chatter here and see. We got a whole bunch of people coming in. It looks like, oh boy, have I said hello to everybody? Mike and my wife Linda and Justin and James coming in from YouTube, and it looks like Angie and James, and also the other James. And let's see. Oh, here we go. Then we got Sandra coming in, and Mike. Boy, I don't know. So many people saying hi. Appreciate you guys so much. We got Pete from PB Adjusting Company coming in. We got Jose coming in, and Kevin. And if I haven't said hello to you, I'm sorry. There's just so many people up there. I just may have missed you, but I always appreciate you guys watching. Keep going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's talk about Trump's tax returns. When Trump ran for president in 2020, or for 2020, his tax returns were a hot issue. When Richard Nixon ran for president, there was controversy over trust in government and government officials. Nixon decided to release his tax returns in an effort to show transparency and that the voters could trust the president at the time when there was rising alienation and lack of confidence in government. So Nixon turned over his tax returns as a political stunt, and apparently it worked. Well, this became nothing more than a tradition and basically a tit for tat. It's never been a law, nor has there ever been a requirement of candidates to turn over their tax returns to run for presidency. Well, we all know what happened in 2019. When Trump ran, he never turned over his tax returns, and during his entire presidency, he also never turned over his tax returns. By the way, when Nixon turned over his tax return, this is kind of weird, at first it actually hurt him. According to records, Nixon paid around $800 in taxes in both 70 and 71, despite earning around $200,000 a year. Interesting. So these numbers were upsetting to many Americans and journalists who were already curious about Nixon's financial records and had been inquiring about them for several months. Nixon's successor, Gerald Ford, kept the tradition going when he became president, and records show that Ford didn't release his tax return outright, however. He instead released summaries of his annual tax returns. Well, getting back to Trump, the tradition kept going until, well, Trump just plain refused to do it. Well, this upset many Americans, or should I say anti-Americans. After all, it was only the Democrats that were truly upset by it. So the anti-Americans pushed and pushed for the release of the tax returns, and Trump held his ground. The House and Ways Committee sued to obtain Trump's federal returns for the years 2015 through 2020, and then Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin refused to comply with the committee's request to turn them over. So they said, no, we're not going to do it. Trump appointed Mnuchin and said that the panel did not have a legitimate legislative purpose. So in another attempt to basically trash Trump, the anti-Americans are trying to obtain the tax returns for what they say is a routine audit of presidential tax returns. Trump feels that they will be released into the public, and frankly, I got to admit, I agree with him. Well, Trump sues to have this case dismissed, and at first the lawsuit to have it dismissed was thrown out. So Trump took it higher and higher, and now it's at the Supreme Court. Now, if the Supreme Court grants Trump's application to delay the order, which is all he's doing at this point, is delaying the order so he can continue to prove that they should not ask for it, it could thwart the Democrat-controlled committee from receiving the returns for several more years, or make it so they never receive them. Trump claims, and I agree with him, that tax returns are personal and private. Just because other presidents agreed to voluntarily release their returns, it does not make Trump or any president obligated to turn over the tax returns. So we wait to see if Trump will be obligated to turn them over. My guess is that Trump will ask for a referee to make sure that his returns do not fall into the hands of an enemy, if he basically loses the case and has to turn them over. Of course, in order for this trickery by the anti-Americans to work, they have to get their dirty little hands on the tax returns before next week to possibly change the course of the election. But for you Democrats, don't worry. Mail-in voting and drop boxes will definitely save the day for you. I can see it now. Mastriano and Oz by a wide margin going into midnight, and then voila! 300,000 votes by mail will all be open at 3 o'clock in the morning. Forget voter ID. We don't need voter ID. We need fingerprint voting in the future. Hey, Democrats, do black people have fingerprints, or would there be another form of voter suppression by saying they can't get their fingerprints, like, ID to vote? Unbelievable. All right, let's take a break here. We'll see you guys in about a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock options sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you back to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there. And if you'd like to connect with me personally, go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And then you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. All right, real quick, a couple of people have joined us. It looks like we have Jose who joined us coming in from YouTube, and Kevin, and Tommy coming in, and Dave coming in, and James coming in, Mike, and it looks like Betsy coming in, and Johnson coming in. Oh, you guys crack me up with that. And then here we go. It looks like Ken's riling him up again. But go ahead, Ken. At least you're being civil. I love it. I don't mind your anti-American views. Just be civil about it. All right. So far, we've been discussing, of course, the market recap. Right now, the Dow is up 211. The S&P is up 36, and the NASDAQ is up 131. Not bad at all. We talked about Trump tax returns, and yes, Ken, I actually agree with something you just said, which is that Trump promised he was going to show them, and I got to admit that, he lied. He never had any intention of showing them. I agree that he should not have had to show them, And then the question is, did he lie for the betterment, or did he lie because he had to, or whatever? But he did lie. I do agree with you, and it's unfortunate. But at the same time, they should not be a requirement. All right. We also have coming up, we have Race is Racist, we have Home Builders and Mortgages, and of course today's picks and plays. But first, did you hit that like button yet? Come on, guys, hit that like button. Hey, come on, Ken, after I just said that, you could at least hit the like button. Hey, did you hit the share button yet? Leave me a comment, say hi if you haven't already. So if you're watching for the first time, please say hi, let me know you're watching, and please share and like as well. And don't forget to order my new book. Hey, my book is called Money Hacks, and if you ordered it, please leave a review on Amazon. I really appreciate it. All right, let's talk about race. You know, when I was a kid, I remembered filling out forms for a standard aptitude test in school. You know, the first page, I should say, included spots for my name, my age, and the race. I remembered thinking, what does my race have anything to do with this? As I got older, I noticed mortgage applications, employment applications, and higher education applications all had this annoying question. Race. What kind of crap is that? Are they discriminating against me for being Caucasian, or are they discriminating against others for being anything else than Caucasian? Oh, and by the way, what the heck is Caucasian? I thought I was told I'm white. Anyway, at least the media told me that I'm white. You know, born with the disadvantage of not having color in my skin. Or was that the advantage of not having color in my skin? I don't know. If you watch TV lately, the rarest person on TV commercial is the white straight male. I wonder if I could be the token white straight male on a talk show. It seems that white straight males are the most discriminated against lately. But getting back to the stupid question of race on applications, finally someone is looking at it and realizing this question is racist. The Supreme Court began hearing arguments on two cases that challenged the use of race-based considerations to determine who gets admitted to American colleges. Race classifications are wrong, said attorney Patrick Strawbridge in his opening argument on behalf of the group Students for Fair Admissions. The Students for Fair Admissions are seeking to overturn the Supreme Court's ruling on the case Grutter versus Bollinger, which in 2003 found that colleges can consider race and admissions in order to have a diverse campus. Ugh, diverse campuses, my ass. They would have diverse campuses if race wasn't asked on the application. Unless, of course, you believe that people other than Caucasian are too dumb to get into college any other way. That would make you a racist. Oh, that's right. I forgot how Democrats view black and brown people. They view them as incapable of doing anything on their own, so they need to have the help of the white man to survive. So the case goes on. And maybe, just maybe, the race question will disappear from applications. You know, so that way we can all treat each other as individuals instead of treating them based on color. The liberal justice Sonia Sotomayor noted that the 14th Amendment, adopted after the Civil War, took race into account to help black Americans get access to parts of society that were denied to them during slavery. This is our argument for race being on the application? Hey, Sonia, I kind of think that black Americans, which, by the way, the term is also racist, however you put it, black Americans are now fully integrated into society. The only thing holding them back now are the beliefs of the Democrats teaching them that they should be held back because 250 years ago their ancestors were mistreated. You know, like in the schools where they teach critical race theory, which boils down to white is bad, black is good. Oh, and of course, mommy can have a penis. Did I mention that the election is coming up next week? We need to stop this infiltration of complete garbage into our lives. I look forward to the day when I don't have to disclose my race because the only race I am is human. All right, let's get into home builders and mortgages. Hey, if you bought a home in the past 2 years, you're already looking at that home and thinking, wow, did I ever overpay for this? If you probably bought it without inspections, and you probably felt great when you were the top bidder of $50,000 over asking price. Well, now all that has come to an end. Prices are dropping slowly for now, but still dropping. The most hit were the new construction homes. Most new construction homes are dropping in value quickly. The builders of these new homes are all in panic mode as home builders say 2023 is going to bring even sharper downturn in the market. They are blaming higher interest rates for this problem. The interest rates are bringing the buying power of many almost in half of what it was a year ago. Gene Myers, CEO of Thrive Home Builders, said there's a cliff that's happening in January. Look, he may be right. The next Fed increase could easily destroy what's left of the housing market rally. The interest rates will reach about 9%, and then buyers will say no more. Meyer said that his company's balance sheet is incredibly strong right now thanks to a backlog of homes sold at high prices, but he predicted that the market will be ugly by the start of next year. I gotta kind of feel bad for the buyers here as well. Their $750,000 house will actually be worth about $600,000 in the next year or two. At least if you close with a rate low enough, you could, ride the storm out. The people in transition, the ones closing now, are the scary ones. They have the higher home price and the higher interest rate. Anyway, home builders are saying that sales sort of just turned off like a switch. It happened around May, and the cost of building material has also risen to make it difficult for the builders to make a profit. I remember when I watched a whole bunch of builders go out of business in 2008, 9, and 10, and I'm afraid that's going to happen again. Mortgage companies are also hurting. Refinancing and new mortgages have fallen off the cliff. Many mortgage brokers and loan officers who were slammed this time last year are sitting around and waiting for the phone to ring. Real estate agents are also in a panic. Well, folks, welcome to reality. This is how business is normally. You guys had this ridiculous run the past 2 years, and now you can't sit back and do nothing. You actually have to go to work. For me, as a real estate investor, this is where I make money. I'm ready to buy at a bargain. Want to know how to do it? Read my book, take a look at this commercial, and get your copy. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, would you like to be a sponsor in this show? Come on, man. You could be a sponsor in this show. You could be the controversial sponsor of this show. With all this controversy that I talk about. I'm loving the chatter right now. This chatter, I read it during the commercials, and you guys make me laugh. Some of you guys are hysterical. I think it was James who said, I can't even find it, but James said something about he wants to know if he has fingerprints or not, which is pretty, actually really funny. All right, anyway. If you want to be a sponsor, let me know, and we can get your product out to all the people that are my fans, and even Ken the Democrat. All right, just reach out to me on Messenger and contact me at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, by the way, if you want to, we have a Spotify channel. So if you want to listen to that last rant, you could break that rant down on Spotify. It'll be up there this afternoon, and you can just look at that last rant, and you can have a little bit of fun with that and play it for your liberal friends. All right, you can also subscribe to the channel and listen to all the reports. They're broken out for your enjoyment. Look up Money Chat Now or Larry Steinhouse on Spotify and subscribe. All right, so right now the market is up a little bit, about 219. The S&P is up 36, and the NASDAQ is up 137. That's pretty good. We talked about Trump's tax returns and the fact that he really doesn't have to give them, but we'll see what happens. We talked about race being racist, and that's unbelievable. I still can't believe that we go on with this in the year 2022, that we're still all racist by asking people what their race is. Anyway, we talked about home builders and how home builders are hurting and mortgage companies are hurting. And coming up, of course, we have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Come on, everybody, hit that like button, hit that share button. Tell your friends about the show. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page or in groups that you feel will enjoy the show. All right, let's talk about what's going on today. The futures look good this morning, but brace yourself. This will probably be the last good week of the year. The Dow will touch 33,000 one more time, and then I expect it to go below 30,000 before the year ends. The Fed will raise interest rates, and the market will react. It'll be in about 2 weeks. By the way, I'm waiting for Meta to hit 85. That's my price right now. I think if it hits 85, it'll be both a long-term play and a great stock option. Be patient with this one. My CCL is over 9 again, and hopefully it will stay there and never drop below 9 again. I look at the chart, and it appears to have some serious momentum. If it keeps up, I can recover most of the losses I had in the play early this year. 20 would make me really happy. I'd make 150 grand on that. That'd be awesome. So man, look, some of the stocks I've been following are interesting right now. Boeing is a good play below 135. Apple will probably move down below the price it was before earnings, and the bank stocks continue to do well. So the best advice I can give you right now is hold out for a dip and buy in the place you feel will be a good price. Don't buy today. Just wait about 2 weeks. All right, let's look at the futures one last time. Let's see what's going on here. We have the Dow is up 222. The NASDAQ is up 37. I'm sorry, the S&P is up 37, and the NASDAQ is up 140. Not bad at all, so it might be pretty good. Let's talk about crypto. This is interesting. There's not much movement on Bitcoin or Ethereum. Bitcoin is hovering about 20,500, and Ethereum is hovering about 1,600. But Dogecoin is the big mover of the week when the holders of the coin suspected that Elon Musk will tweet something about his favorite coin. It's actually at 15 cents right now, up from 2 cents just about a month ago. Huh, go Doge. That's very interesting. I'm shocked to see that this thing is going up. Actually, I looked at my Coinbase account, my Coinbase wallet that I can't figure out how to get my money out of, and I noticed that it has doubled since last week. So that's pretty good, except I just wish I could figure out how to get the money out because it'd be nice to have it. But I guess I'm just going to be a hoodler because I can't figure out how to get the money out. I need a 6-year-old to tell me how to get the money out. All right, anyway, gold and silver are not moving much. Gold is about $16.50. Silver is just under 20. It's pretty boring. It's actually pretty boring as crypto, but I also think it's a buy here. I've been saying this for a while. I think silver at this price at $16.50 is a good price. I'm sorry, gold at $16.50 is a good price. I think it's the better play than silver at the moment, but silver will be a good play in the future as well. I just think gold is at a really low price. The Treasury bond just fell below 4%. Remember I said I hoped it never falls below 4? Well, it did, and sure enough, that's what's going to make the market move up. But it has to stay above 4 to get Wall Street used to it. The average mortgage loan price is just moving to 8%. It's unreal. 9 will be coming. Oil is about $88 a barrel, and it's creeping up again. And the average gas price is about $3.77. And I tell you right now, after the midterms, gas is going up no matter who wins. All right, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are here live every morning at 7:30 on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Go to Spotify and subscribe there and grab the breakout sessions. You'll actually enjoy them. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And remember, you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And there you'll find my social media connections, my email, and my text messaging information. All right, everybody, make it a profitable day.